Okay, welcome to section 2.4. There's a lot going on in this section, but most of it's review from Algebra 1. It should be at least. Kind of split into four separate goals. We're going to do the first one in this video here, which is to write equations in point-slope form. So we have for linear equations, which again are just when you graph from a straight line, there's three different forms. We covered slope-intercept in the previous section, 2.3. And then we're going to start in 2.4 doing this point slope form, right? And the reason why there's so many different equations is each situation is different, and sometimes it's easier to use a different form, right? So we'll cover that a little bit throughout the lessons. All right, but we're going to start here with point slope form. That's what we're covering in this video. So point slope form is just a different way to write a linear equation, and it's got some similarities to slope intercept. So if I write that up here, we have y equals mx plus b. That's the most famous one, right? So some similarities with point slope form is x and y are still your variables, the same as before. Represents the point on the line. And then you just plug in the other part. So m is the slope again, which is again the same as we had before. And then x little one, y little one is any point on the line, right? So there's actually lots of different ways to do point slope form, because if you think about a line, there's a ton, actually there's infinite number of xy points. Here they all are, boom, 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 all of them on that line, right? So you can use any one of those as x little one, y little one, all right? So kind of depending on the situation, you just figure out the slope and a point and then plug it in. Okay, so in the example one up here is kind of the basic case because they give us a point. So that can be x little one, y little one, and then they give us the slope. Okay, so in this case, it's literally just a matter of plugging it straight into the equation. So we have, in this case, we would have y variable minus y little one, which is 3, and then equals the slope, m, so negative 2/3, and then x minus x little one, which is negative 1. So it's minus negative 1. Okay, and then all that ends up happening is that minus negative cleans up. So you don't distribute or anything, right? As tempting as it is to want to distribute this side, you don't. But you would take and make the minus negative into a plus. It should be a plus 1. Sorry, I messed that up. But otherwise, you don't distribute, right? It's kind of tempting sometimes to distribute, but you're not going to distribute. Just leave it as the slope on the outside, because that's what point slope form looks like. Okay, so why you might use this, I guess I can briefly cover that. All the different forms are kind of shown up here. And so, like if you have the slope and an intercept, it's super easy to do that form, right? So in this case, we would have $10 per hour. That's our slope, 10 per hour plus 30, right? So boom, we can write this situation in slope intercept right away. Okay, versus the second case, we know the slope, but we don't know the y-intercept. So it would take a little more time to write it in y equals mx plus b form. So if we have point slope, we can just use the point and the slope, and we can do y minus y little 1 equals slope of 2 times x minus the x coordinate that it's given us, which is 20. Right, so boom, we're done without having to figure out the y-intercept. Okay, and then the last form, standard form, is kind of a weird situation where you have x and y on the same side. So it's ax plus by, sorry, this is bad handwriting, equals c. And it's useful, again, for certain situations. So the one that's most common for standard form is just a real life situation. So the one that I've got up here for you is a bag of apples is $4 and a bag of oranges is $5, and you have $60 to spend. The equation that would work there would just be 4 times however many bags of apples you're going to get plus 5 times however many oranges, and that has to be a total of $60. Okay, so this is just one example where it's going to be a lot easier. Like if we had to figure out the slope there for slope-intercept form, what would it be? Zoom, it would be a question mark, right? We'd have to do some work to figure it out. But if we can write any form that we want, boom, might as well just do standard form. It's a lot easier. All right, so anyways, getting back to point slope form. All right, I have one more for you here to try. Right, so see if you can take this information and write it in point slope. And then as an extra kind of challenge, see if you can convert it to the other forms, right? See if you can convert it to y equals form, which is slope-intercept form, and then see if you can convert it to standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. So this would be a good challenge for you. And once you've got it, you can unpause the video and then check your answer. Okay, so here we go. Writing this in point slope form, just y minus y little 1, which is -2, equals the slope of -2, and then x minus x little 1, which is -5. Okay, and as you get better at this, you don't have to write the minus negative, right? You can just say, oh, hey, that's going to become a plus, right? So a little bit cleaner of an answer would look like this. Okay, so kind of the cool part is if you can get point slope form, you can also convert it to any of these other ones, right? So if we want a slope intercept, all we have to do is get y alone, which involves minusing 2. And in order to do that, we just got to clean up this right-hand side first. So to convert it, right, if I want to convert it to y equals form, slope intercept form, just distribute the -2, minus 2x minus 10, and then -2 from both sides, and we get y equals -2x minus 12. All right, and now you have slope intercept form. Okay, and then standard form, we're pretty much already there. Also, just to get standard form, you just want x and y on the same side, and so you almost have that, right? Here, if you just add 2x's to both sides, boom, you're done, and then you have standard form, right? So if you do one more step here, you add 2x, I'm going to write it a little bit out of order, but you have a positive 2x, a positive y, and then a -12 on the other side, and boom, you have now standard form. Okay, so once you know one form, in theory, you can convert to the others, hopefully without too much difficulty. Final question for point slope form is, so far they've given us the slope in every question, right? If you look back at the previous question, they gave us the slope right here. So what do you do if they don't? All right, so take 1 minute, think about this question, and then unpause the video once you've thought about it. Okay, so all we got to do here is we have a point, right? In fact, we got 2 points. So I'm just going to pick this one, and I'm going to have this one be x little 1, y little 1. And when I do my slope intercept form, boom, I can just use that point. What I don't have is slope. Okay, so we got to go back and do our little slope formula where we minus the 2y's on top and then minus the 2x's on the bottom. So we got to do that before writing point slope form. Okay, so this would be then y little 2. So I'd have -9 minus y little 1. And then x little 2 would be 7 minus -5. So we end up with, on the top here, we get -10. And our denominator would be positive 12. Probably should simplify. Okay, so now you can really use either point to get point slope form, but I already picked this one as my x little 1, y little 1. So I'm going to take this point, go y minus y little 1 of 1 equals the slope of -5, 6 times x minus -5. So that's going to become a plus 5 right there. And boom, I'm going to stop. I've got my point slope form. Boom, I'm done. Right? If you'd use the other point, it would look really similar. It would just be y plus 9, same slope, and then x minus 7. Right? And that would be the same equation as the previous one.